I was born handicapped, retarded. And my mom did not notice until 3 years old. But then 3 years old, couldn't talk and couldn't walk and couldn't crawl. Then they realized it was something wrong.
Hello, beautiful and handsome souls. My name is Jeanette Prado. I'm the host here at Happiness from Within. So today we are celebrating interview number 1 here at Happiness from Within. Today I had the honor of interviewing Master Yu. He was actually my Taekwondo teacher back in 2010. And today he shared his story of how he came out of the darkness and into the light. You guys are going to be so blown away by his story. He came all the way from Korea and then to America. And there's many, many gems and jewels that he shares in his interview. So I just invite you to sit back, relax, grab yourself a green smoothie, maybe a cup of coffee or tea, and I'll catch you in the interview. Hello, Master Yu. How are you today?
How are you? Fine.
It's an honor to have you here.
Oh, thank you.
So I'm very excited to share your story here on Happiness from Within. So
Sure.
Our purpose here is to help people come out of the darkness and into the light. And your story is just that.
Okay, thank you.
So take us back to your childhood. What was that like?
First of all, I'm Korean, as you know. I was born handicapped, retarded. And my mom did not notice until 3 years old. But then 3 years old, couldn't talk and couldn't walk and couldn't crawl. Then they realized it was something wrong. But that time, Korea is occupied by Japanese. So we are so poor. And what basically it happened many, many times. When girl born, they take down to the river, drowned, and kill, and are buried the sand. And my kind of guy is a boy. We have a small room, maybe 8 by 8, 6, 7 families live on one room. And because later I cannot handle myself. So what they trying to do, they try to let me die. No food and no drink, corner of the room, let them cry. So maybe 4 or 5 days and a week. And then thirst and hungry and die. Then buried the mountain. So basically, boy buried the mountain, girls and buried to the river. And that's what it was. Now, reason being is that if they're not here anymore, I'm all alone. Who is going to take care of me? Then it's going to be worse. Because of that, they want me to die. And put in the corner, I was crying and crying. And my mom could not take it. So middle of the night, giving her food, giving her milk. Then go to sleep. Next morning, cry again and cry again and cry again. So it happened like that maybe a month. So one time, my uncle came visit. I'm still crying, still didn't die. So my uncle said one verse. That young boy has a spirit. maybe survive. Because of that one verse, my mother and my father changed their mind. Giving them food, let them live. I think it's from that on, it's a pain in their life. I try to talk, people going in and out, then I said hi. It takes 20, 30 seconds. So thinking here, it coming out of the mouth, it's 20, 30 seconds. Who wants to wait like that? And sometimes they said hi or good morning. It takes 20, 30 seconds and figure it out what does that mean. Then later, and smile and hi, they're already gone. Then I don't want to stay inside. I want to go out. When I go out, I couldn't walk, really couple steps and falls and like that. My clothes get dirty so easy. My mom could not take it. So they have the bamboo stick and hit me. Don't go out. Don't go out. But I want to. I keep going out. And then the medalist stand up. Then other kids wants to be fun. Push me. And I don't want to fall. And smiles like that is so ugly. So funny for them. Because of that, keep pushing and keep pushing in. Time, maybe 10, 15 times a fall and came home. I am not only dirty, it's just smart and everything. It's just horrible. Oh, my mom's so mad and angry. But it didn't matter to me, mad and angry. I'd rather take that pain than staying in the room. So now I keep going out. Then I want to protect myself. I don't want them to push me anymore. I walk through, find a place where it doesn't have to. That's what I found, martial arts studio. And I was 5 years old already. So get into martial arts studio and sitting, watching their training. But biggest thing it is, they don't bother me. They try to do their thing as much as they can. Ignore me. Ignore me is one of a kind for me. Why? I don't have to deal with it. And once in a while they smile, the later and I smile back. If you said a hi, it doesn't matter 20, 30 seconds or 1 minutes. They're gone, but then I said a hi back. It doesn't matter to me. I would like to carry the conversation with somebody. I need friends, number one. Number two, I don't want them to pick on me. My nickname was Ugly Boy. My nickname was Crying Baby. Why? It's just horrible. Couldn't walk, crawl through the whole thing. So that's my childhood life. And one day, I asked my master, I said, "Sir, can I training? He looked at me straight. Of course, son. I said, wow. Now I'm going to be like them. Whoa, that was one of the most wonderful answer I ever had in my life. So in the morning, next day I came. I'm ready to training. The first thing he asked me to do, give me the rag, bucket of water, cleaning the floor. The studios maybe close like maybe 2,000 square feet about. It's a wooden floor. Take me at least 2.5, 3 hours to clean. Then I'm missing a spot. Master come out, look at it. Do it again, young man. So early morning, like maybe not early, maybe about 10 in the morning, to until 3, 4 afternoon, I have to clean it. Cleaning the window, cleaning the floors, and look at that spot, finding the spot and cleaning. Why? Otherwise, and I have to do all over again. I don't want to. I want the training. That was my training. I seen a guy, 1 or 2 days already learning. Me, 3 months. I was crawling and cleaning and everything, and windows through everything. I pay money same as there. But Master doesn't teach me. So finally one day, I got pissed off, And then I sent up and ugly like that and said, sir, why you don't teach me? He looked at me straight. If you don't like it, go home. Now I'm in trouble. I'm in. I don't learn. I ask, why you don't teach me? He asked me, go home if you don't like it. Oh, God. I was mad. You took my money. You make me, in a slave to the studio. Then you ask, you don't like it, I don't like it, and go home? I was mad. I said, that's it. I'm not going to training, and this is all full of shit. I'm done. I walk away, and then I went home. I feel so bad. About a week, I was sitting in a corner, crying. At the time, what I was thinking, maybe I'm no good. I thought that I'm same as another guys, but I guess not. More I sit and wait, it hurts me more. More I hate and turn around, I miss them more. So one day I got up, barely walking and crying, and went to studio. And then I was kneel down to the master. Sir, I cannot take it and home. I want to learn. The master said to me, I teach you in my way, not in your way. If you don't have a patience, if you cannot take that, Anytime you can go home. But this time when you go home, do not come back again. I said, yes, sir, I promise you. You know, it's a talking, it's a promise, like, yes, you know, I mean, just can't even understand what this guy. I understand inside here. It's physically unable. I see, I know exactly what it is, but physically unable. That was the worst kind. I'm mad all the time. Mad at myself. Angry at myself. But that's all I can do. So, I went back. I'm doing the same thing again. I guess about 3-4 months went by. I understand it later. I realize it later. I can't even stand up. How are you going to kick? So he was teaching me how to crawl to get balance and build muscle where it's supposed to be. Cleaning them up, mirrors and windows, I have to stand tall, not fall. That was my part of the training. I didn't know. Later, I heard a couple of the comments what the master made. And he looked at me and smiled and said, you know what? You stand tall, you do Yongdo. Wow, impressed me. Then and I want to stand tall. I want to do like another guys and do on all that imitating and then also try to do what they do. I think that was my lessons, my thing, trying to be better, trying to be okay. It's the hardest thing. And took me a long time to realize everybody learning in martial arts is different. And I'm sure, Janet, you understand. I was teaching you and teaching other people. It's a little bit different here and there. Only Master knows. I was so different. So that's why I started the martial arts.
So at this point, you're at a turning point. You can now stand for the first time in your life, which is incredible. And you start progressing as a martial artist. Can you talk about the time when Master Ko was his name, right? He sent you to that village where there was nobody, and you built a studio? You had
build a studio. Okay. What we do, we learn, and so much. You have to separate martial arts, because martial arts is all about self-control and self-discipline. So when that younger, like a children's, they do need to learn how to self-control and self-discipline. So separate the martial arts is one of a kind. So what we do, we volunteer, and that was way after later, but and a volunteer, and we build like a village to the village, and we build a studio. And how we build the studio, land we just, straight out. Then we make with the water and like a box, wooden box. And with the water and the dirt, and you put it in, we make like concrete, make it like a block. So close to over 800-900 blocks you make. Let them dry. Then we build 4 walls. No windows. 1 doors, open doors, and 4 walls. That the studio started. Then we got with the tree leaves and all that, and we built the ceiling and a roof, basically. That's what people start the training. So you do that as many as possible to spread then a martial arts. And as a martial arts, you're talking about tension and a bow, yes sir, and a no so. That those is one of the most important for training and martial arts. So many of those students, and during the summertime, that's what we did.
Great.
Yeah.
So at this point, just to back up for a second, when you were able to stand up, how old were you at this point?
I think that I was like 5, 6, 7 years old. Here's what one of the things. Master did not really teach me physically. I have to look what other people do, imitate what other people do, and then practice. Then later, Master come and smile to correct me, shoulders and arms straight and legs and all that, and correct me. So Master like touch me. It's just almost like a miracle. My body remember that. So correcting myself, teaching myself. I think as in life, you really have to learn self-control and self-discipline. Then you have to learn yourself and what you do and how you do. That discipline underneath. You want to study in the same thing. You want to learn on martial arts? Yes, it's the same thing. So it started teaching myself how to look at the mirrors and how to walk in straight and emotions and movements and all that, key-ups and all those. I was practicing. I remember one time Master said, "Sir, what can I make good?" He said 3 words. Practice, practice, practice. So now I was 24/7. In my mind, just want to learn. And I'm practicing and I'm practicing. But it's just a funny thing. My physical, my mental is 2 different things. And I remember in 4th grade, I went to school. Now, do I really know I'm reading? No. When I look at the words, I'm laughing like a hell. Why? Those words dancing in themselves. So I have to look, and I have to turn this, and I have to turn this, and I have to look up and down. One verse. Because they're moving around and dancing. You want to look at the one line. It drives me crazy. I saying, hey, stay. You know what I mean? Stay. And let me see. Other students think I'm crazy. I am crazy. They don't see that. They see the words and that's it. Me, no. So, time, I said, shh, quiet, stay. Everybody think, what's wrong with this guy? But the gray, you go to first and second and third. As you go along, you learn how to read and how to write. I couldn't. So I developed different way. I was memorizing. People read, I listened, memorize. The people page up, I do the same. Then they read, I memorize. One time, my teacher said, Byong Yu, read. I was reading. But I was reading before my pages are up, reading another side. And then I got caught. So I was on outside and hands up like that all day long. My hands and crying and all that. In my mind, and I said, I read like other people's. Whether they memorize or not, it's not your problems. It's my problems. But I try to read the words, and no, because they're dancing on the book. How am I going to make them stop? Every time try to read, that words is dancing in. That's my mind. Other people and my teacher, not like that. Then you have to learn all over again. It just couldn't learn. So it was very hard for me to understand ordinary, normal people. I'm in art and I'm in way on another side. And I try to catch up. It's very hard for me. It's too much obstacles and I have where I can control. But it's okay. They are not going to stop me and discourage me, no matter what they do. You know why? When the baby, order to sit, stand up, and a walk, and a run, it takes average 3,000 times they fall. But that baby does not remember when they fall. Forgot. I want to be exact same, except that I remember. No matter what you do, I cannot quit, and I am not going to quit. If some other people, it takes maybe 3, 4, 5 months to learn how to write. Maybe take me 3 years. It's okay. You go ahead. I will catch you up. But one of those days, I'm going to be better writing and I'm going to be a better reader than you are. That guts, that courage, always within my mind. I can't quit. I think that's what it is in our life. Mind traveling 1,000 miles a second. You're staying put in yourself. You just gotta have to understand self-control and self-discipline. Don't mind what other people think of you. You think it's right? Do what you can. Then in other words, is that discipline. Don't quit, and discipline is the key words for in our life.
At what age did you feel like you felt balanced, that you were able to do things, I guess, like a normal?
I never balanced, even today.
Wow, okay.
Why? Even people think I'm unbalanced. Always that fear within. Because that I want to correct. Because that I want to do right. Always remind. That just is one of that life. Okay, go ahead.
It's really amazing what you've shared so far. Thank you. So
you're welcome.
Yeah, it's incredible. You've definitely have had, it seems like every moment of your life you were in this darkness, but you always came into the light. So it's just so amazing. So you have accomplished so much in your life. So you went from crawling to practically dying to finding balance. And so take us forward. So Master Yu's teaching you, and what was the first step that you took to start earning these trophies and winning these competitions?
It was very interesting in our life. The reason being is that, and all my life, I'm not thinking about getting a trophy. I'm thinking about how to walk right. That's all I want to do. I want to talk normal. I want to walk normal. I want to carry the conversations with the friends. It's an interesting that conversations of friends. I never really had that friends when my young child life. It was but I was desperate. And one time when I went out, standing, whatever people walk around, I say, hi. I just want to carry the conversation. And when I did that, I came in this country. I couldn't speak English. And I need to speak to somebody. And I will tell you that and what happened in here. I look at the dictionary. A to Z. Memorize one verse each. Then I went out to the park. I'm looking for some American, and I can talk. You're talking about carrying the conversation. I saw an old lady sit in the bench. So I sit in this side of the corner. I slowly moving in. And she looked at me, she moved aside. So I stand up. Then I told her, excuse me, the first word, then I bow. A to Z, I memorized one. Said everything. I know she looked at me very funny. Of course, it's crazy. But after Z and zebra, I'm done. I was bow. I said, thank you. Then I turned around, patting on my own shoulder. Today I was speaking, carry the conversation with the Americans. Wow, America is good to me. I was, wow, now I am an American. It's an almost go back that. I could not carry it, and nobody really care. And then I need desperate friends. Then one time, and 3 or 4 guys and gathering and come and talk to me. If you buy us rice cake and fruits and all those, we'll become your friend. My eyes light up. Finally, I'm going to have a friend. So I went home. Now I have to find the money. I don't have the money. I was waiting all night. My father go to sleep. So round about 12 o'clock in the midnight, finally my father sleeping. I crawl, open up this pocket, take it out of the wallet, take it out with the money, put it in. To me, stealing is not a big deal at that time. My friend is a bigger deal. The first time in my life, I'm going to have a friend. I stole the money and put it in my pocket all night. I couldn't go to sleep. I was so excited. Early morning and I get out and wait for stores open. Finally, the stores are open. I got the watermelons and I got the rice cakes and fruits and grapes and all those, and I bought the whole thing. Now I was in an alley, standing and waiting till they come. That was one of the most longest time and I ever had in my life. Finally they come. I gave to them. And they are eating. I asked, and then guys then asked me, I have to go across the alley, that road, other side, and across. And then he was, and those guys are on this side, and I'm that side. They eat watermelon. They're eating on the inside and outside. They're throwing at me. So, face and clothes and get dirty. They're laughing. Because they're laughing, I was laughing with them. You're talking about the clothes through with the whole thing, you get hit and hurts. Then you say, it's just so sad. Come to think of, and now. I got beat up. But in my mind, I said, that's okay. They're my friend. But it wasn't my friend. The end of their time, laughing, walk away from me. Now, I'm in deep trouble. I steal the money from my father. How am I going to go home to telling my father? Oh, God. When dark and outside, they're looking for me. I was in alley sitting and crying all day long. My father catch me like a pack and bring it in. And I told them straight, I don't have a friend. They said, and if I buy that, they're going to be my friend. No, they used me. My father slapped in my face, you dumb, stupid, You believe their words? Then you steal money from me? My words is very simple. Dad, I need friends. I need to talk. I need what they go around and do whatever they just do. I need that. I want that, Dad. And hit it again. I was a fall down. Get up then again, hit me again. Even you can hit me 1,000,000 times in my face and I was not going to quit. And one of those days and I'm going to have a friend. I'll show you that. Oh, God. You're talking about I got whipped. The first thing, stealing, is no good. Second, you're still going to steal the money for your friends? Later, my mind is not that. I'm talking about friends. I'm not talking about stealing. Later, I realize I steal the money from my father. So now I was kneel down and I was crying and I said, Sir, never do it again. I think the first time really understand stealing is no good. It's bad. Even today I remember the words and I gave to my father. And I have to earn it. Earn it and everything. I think it's just life like that. You don't take advantage from other people. You earn every single thing in what you do. Earn it. That's the first time my father said, young man, it's an honorable thing is earn it. If you don't have, you ask them. You earn to live. Not stealing to live. I said, yes, sir. And yes, sir. First time, he asked me to come out, wash my face for me and my father. Then I understand it's a father and son thing. I was so happy for that. So, to me, as a friend was very important. That everything is a learning process. It's much, much harder than another people. But one thing I remember, I cannot quit. And one thing I remember, I will earn it. Everything's in what I do. So, back to the training. In Korea has only 4 times a year championship. I went to championship 26 times straight lost. In the ring, soon as I bow, we bow each other and ready and a fight. I bow. First thing I see, their foot and their hand, their fist is that big. Foot is that big. Then from that on, my mouth and everything shivering. Hit it, boom, back, just like a merry-go-round get beat up in 3 minutes. Then sometimes last, I could not stand. Then carry me out. I got beat up like that about 26 straight times. Now, everybody want to fight me. Why is it just a piece of a cake? They don't have to do anything. He's going to standing there, get beat up. How each piece of cake you're going to meet in the championship. What we do, we line them up, the people. Line up and this way straight. Then behind, we line them up then again. One time, everybody laughing. You know why? I turned around, I saw that those guys line them up behind me all the way back. It was horrible. So last time when I got there, so basically what it is, and we see many, and in the life, we call the paper tiger. I was a paper tiger. Doesn't bite anything, doesn't do anything, got just beat up. You see in a life like that. Many paper tigers, a lot of talks, a lot of actions, but not enough quality actions. It was me. And of course, it's discouraged. I came to studio. They just, at least you go 26 times, you're talking about, it's 4 or 5 years. You cannot even win one guy and you still enter the championship. So that day, I went to studio. I was waiting the master show up. Finally, Master Ko showed up. And then I was bumbling around, and then after that, sir, can I have one questions? He said, and then the master always, and if just private we meet, always said, son. Yes, son. I was crying, and I said, shivering all over. I remember that, Byong Yu. Can I win at least small, tiny trophies? I don't care what other people has or not. I just want to have a small, tiny trophies. And I crying, said, sir, can I win that? My master said, son, of course. Of course you can win. I don't have doubt about it. As long as you don't quit, you can win. Wow. My master proved me after 26 times into the championship, get beat up so bad. But him said, of course. Wow.
Wow.
I was so happy. So I don't care what other people said. I was running and training, and even today, and I'm running and training, and that's what I do. And the day come, I beat one guy. Holy moly! I went up the roof, jumped on the roof. I thought that I was a hero. I thought that I was a Superman. Beat the one guy. Then from that on, yes. Now, people laughing at me in time. But because I didn't quit, because I stay on, then I saw people laughing with me. What a wonderful joy I had. I was faster than they are, accurate, everything better than they are. Then, first time, Byong Yu as a world champion means we have about 14,000 to 16,000 people compete. All Southeast Asia, Korea, Japan, and China, Philippines, through all that, and 16 countries. Then eliminationship, like a tennis. You lose, you're gone. That means 16,000 to 1. And in 2 weeks, you lose, you're gone. So each day, 14 to 16 times a day fight. And 3 minutes round and 3 rounds. You lose, you're gone. The last standing is still a world champion. There's no weight divisions and none of this. Time came, I was one.
How old were you at this point, Master Yu?
That was like 17, 18 years old. And I think it's in about an 18 and a time, but that the first taste of that world champion. And they told me, you're a great man and you're a great fighter. Today, as you earn this is world champion.
What was going on through your mind in that moment? You go back to that time when you won your first championship.
It's the first I won. I know I'm going to win. For sure thing. After they announced you're the world champ, all of a sudden, like a big hammer hit my head. I was collapsed. I could not hold the gold medal. I could not hold the trophy. Time, I remember, crying baby, ugly boy. I need friends, steal money from my father. Try to buy friends. Here I am. Everybody's my friend. Everybody want me. Everybody want to talk to me. Everybody want to take pictures. I couldn't believe. I know it's never going to happen. In my mind, I was doubt, that fear. But one thing and I know, I'm not going to quit. I'm not saying I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show myself. You are somebody. You're good. Till then, I am not going to quit. So that what that moment as it came. But during those time, and let me tell you one and other stories and I had. During the training, I always get lunch bucket. Then nobody sit around eat with me. I'm just a loner. I don't want to be a loner, but I have to. It's just no good. So I always go out and eat. My master had monkey pet. Monkey. It's a monkey. It's very funny. If you become friend, they can make a sound. They can smile, and they all that. But what me was my enemy. He always stealed my food. I'm sick and tired of that. So what I did, one day I set him up. He'd come around, try to grab my food, and I hit with a back fist in his head. That instinct, that sound, monkey screaming, that sound, it was so horrible. I was hold my ears and just don't want to hear. Open eyes and I look. Monkey died. The monkey blood is in my hand. So now I'm in a deep trouble. Think about that. You killed pet monkey. Master pet monkey. It's not only he's going to kill me. I could not imagine in myself what's going to happen. I hold that a monkey and cry so hard. And I kept saying, it's dead already. He said, don't die, and don't die, don't die. It's not because I sympathy and because and him. After that, my master's gonna kill me, like and I killed the monkey. I don't want to die. Then for a while, I was crying. Master was behind me. So he didn't say anything. He said, my son, I know what you did. You lost your temper. He does not deserve to die. But because you lost a temper, you killed innocent animal. Remember that. That blood is going to be in your hand rest of your life. Then he said to me, go, nice, sunshine place, bury him, you come down. That is the most hardest thing I ever done. I killed life, then I have to bury it. That guilt, that feelings, it was horrible. So I remember accident, not meant to. The bottom line is, and I killed the monkey. And stayed with me. I'm sure it's going to be the rest of my life. So even though I became champ, come to think of it, in a life, and I got 486 trophies, 28 gold medal, 7 world championship belts, man of a century through, lifetime achievements award and golden medals and award. I went through all that. What is the most important thing? Be yourself. Remember self-control and self-discipline. Do whatever you want to do. Don't quit. So, in a life, look bad and think bad. Winning is everything, include your life. You want to win? Don't quit. That courage you always have to have in yourself. That's what I learned from my master, and I understand the life, and that's just what it is.
So you're winning all these champions, and Master Ko has a dream for you to come to America to spread the Taekwondo, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Can you take us to that experience when you landed here in America?
Mm-hmm.
This was in 1964, correct?
Yes, in 1964. It is my journey. It is my duty. Like I did many different villages, and we go build the studios and teaching and all that. It's almost like the same. But I tell you 2 stories. One story is about Compton, America. My master and us, few students, sometimes we go field trip. And one day we went ocean, not river or, I saw that ocean. It's the first time the land and the water and sky, everything meet together. Far I see the ocean, sky meet there. So I said to the master, there was and the way before then, Master, sir, who lives over there? Is that land over there? Master said, of course, son. Wow. What is the call? He said, America. So that America, that words, and I got, and sticking in my head, one day I want to go in America. And I ask again, sir, how can I get there? If you are big as a whale, you can go. But you have to be big. I said, what is a whale? It's a fish. It's a fish. But it's a fish, but the big as a house. They're big. So if I become whale, I can go America. He said, yes, son. So it's a back in my head. I want to go then in America. And that's one, and then I had in my mind. Other one, my master was dying in springtime, he ate wrong mushroom. And inside, I'm melted down. Now I know the Yun Young and Chung Sub and I, three of us, we have to save a master. So we took master to the hospital. The doctor looking at it, can't do it. We cannot open, we cannot take it out and things, and because it's just melted down. We went to 7 different hospitals. They all say same thing. So one hospital, so we're coming out. There was which doctor told us, you can save your master. I said, wow, we're going to save a master? What do we have to do? But you have one problem. What's the problem? It doesn't matter, we're going to do it. He said, which doctor said, if he eat human flesh, then will heal itself and better.
Wow.
Only I heard master is going to be okay. Okay, next. How are we going to find human flesh? So what we did, we went to village. Whoever died, we're waiting. Then chop up their arms and whatever and then give it to the master. We went to 6, 7 village. One village, finally people's crying. I said, that's it. We went there and helped them and crying with them. So normally what we do like gathered and cry. And, prayed and whatever. We do 3 days. Those 3 days, I cannot believe those 3 days are like 3 years. Finally, they come. They put in, all walk, go to the mountain. We all follow, we follow, and we went, we dig in with the ground for them, and then they buried. Coffin, they buried. Everybody went home. 3 of us and hide it in the trees, waiting. Let's go to the dark. When that darkness come, we started digging. And smells so bad. And somehow opened up and I touched the skull. But skulls already spoiled rotten. I touched the arm, spoiled and rotten. How am I going to give that to the master? So chunks of mad like a hell and kicking in and everything and the union is the same thing. And I was the same thing. The 3 of us was so mad and angry. So at least we have to pay respect and put it back and everything, and I bury it, and I'm coming down to the city. Now, where are we going to find? We need some arm or leg or something to cut, so give to the master, so master can be healed. We just couldn't think of it. Then I saw one guy got drunk in the middle of the night, midnight. One guy's drunk, walking zigzag, go to the alley. Oh, maybe he doesn't need arm. But we need my master, need alive. So we'll follow the guy. Get the big axe and we follow him. I want him to walk in a dark area. You know what I mean? So, and I tell the Jeongseop, you make sure close the mouth and you grab the leg, let me chop off my arms, you know. We made plans. We follow him and follow him and follow him. Then what happened? There's a light. We're too late. He came out with a big street. So 3 of us, and we couldn't do anything. Then again, we lost again. You know, so just 3 of us and sand and everything, whatever. Jeongseop said, let me go to the studio. I want to check. It's okay for the master. Yun Young said, no, that's okay, and I go. Yun Young left. Jeongseop and I will look around more. Couple of hours. We couldn't find. So we went to studio. Then all of a sudden, we smelled the blood. One side happy and one side fear. Maybe master died. I saw the Yun Young laying down in the kitchen. We opened the door, saw the master just lay down. We saw that the dish has a small fresh meat there. What Yun Young did, he grabbed the thigh, 16 times cut his own thigh, and served the master. Loss of blood and he fell. Of course, we saved them, but its leg all the way shrink down, can straighten anymore. I feel so guilty. Why didn't we thought about? Damn, for the master, I can give them my arms. If he can alive. I was crying and I told him, and I said, you know, Yun Young, no matter what, I owe you one. I owe you one. Then I decide I'm going to come in America. I want to be somebody. Not small little pawn and saying I'm world champ. No. I want master wishes and I can follow. His wishes is my command. So we all sit around, and 16 guys, and a master asked us to make him get up. I said, get up and I sit. Look around the whole thing. And he said, thank you guys. This is maybe last we can talk. So now I have that globe and over there, and that was it. Master died, and we cried and cried. I was crying like this. Then I turned around and I saw in between my finger, I saw the glove. So I goes like that, it's in my hand. I turn around, I saw the glove in my hand. I said, that will be it. I study and try as hard as I can. Then I came to America. That's what my missions.
So when you came to America, what city did you land in first?
The first, and I arrived March 11, and in San Francisco. I was in UC Berkeley and want to study it. But arrived on March 11 in San Francisco. But the school doesn't start till September 4. What they want us to do, situated people you start in a school. Maybe it could be an interesting story for you. What happened was, I have a dictionary. I don't speak in English. And that was it. And that was it. Arrived in an airport, in San Francisco airport. I don't know anyone, number one. I have only $50 in my pocket. I'm in an airport. There was like close to 6 o'clock around. It's dark. But I have to get out in an airport. But I don't know what to do, where to go. So I took it out in a dictionary. I'm thinking, okay, my kind of guys have no job and no place to go. But wants to sleep, and what should I do? I saw in a dictionary, no work. It's a holiday. So I write it down, a holiday. Okay, now I got one. Now I want to find out where I'm going to go to sleep. What's the cheapest place and you can go to sleep? I saw the hotel, motel, inn. Inn is the cheapest. I said, maybe I have $50 and I think and I can go in. I put them up together. It's called a Holiday Inn. So it was great thing, and I found. Then I saw on one side of a wall and a Holiday Inn and also telephone. So I grabbed the telephone. I keep saying airport and airport. Hang up the phone 10, 11 times, and I did. Then one guy said, now you go outside there. So I went out on the street and wait. There's a mini bus, sort of limousine, Holiday Inn, sign comes. I said, wow. Now America is good to me. Finally, America accepted me. So I got in and guy come out, put it in my luggage, and I said, America is good to me, right? So drop him off and the Holiday Inn, and at that time, you don't pay money first. You pay money later on a time. So there's a desk. I don't know what to do. Then guy asked me, come, and I came. The guy said, okay, you want the king or queen? I look at him and said, what? I want king? No. What about queen? I look at the dictionary and said, queen? Excuse me? You want me to sleep with a queen in America? I just could not believe what those guys are saying. So I keep saying it as a no, and then this and that, speaking in Koreans and all that. And finally they told me, what about double? I look at the word double. Double means me and another guy's gonna come, so it's cheaper. Better than king and queen. So I said, okay. So I got in, signed, and I got in. There's a 2-bed. I was wait until 12 o'clock midnight. Guy doesn't come. So and I said, aha, they're smart. You know why? You sleep one bed, then you get tired of it, you hop in another bed. So I can sleep there, so I can go this bed and that bed and this bed and that bed. What a beautiful thing. So I slept like an American, goes one bed to another bed, another bed to another bed. Then I did that in the morning, and I am hungry. I saw the menu. There were the pictures. I think 12 of them on one side. I saw the breakfast. Now, how am I going to get food? So, I opened the door. There's a maid that, clean them up and those, and the new ones. So I walk and very carefully goes, excuse me, show them. She thought ordered all of them. And she told me, all? I just said it, yes. 12 breakfasts coming in with a big tray. Now I sit and I said, wow. Now I know why Americans are so big, because they eat like that at breakfast. I could not eat it all, of course. I put it in, they have with a black and a vinyls with that throw away all those trash bag. I clean them up, I put it on. Tighten them up, put it on my back, coming out.
And then what happened when you were checking out of the hotel?
Yeah, so went out, and now I'm checking out. Mm-hmm. I think $56 came, sleepings and with the foods. Now, basically, I had only $50.
Mm-hmm. So, Master, you at this point, so you have $56 in your pocket, and you're about to check out of the hotel.
Right.
So what happens?
Okay.
Take us back to that moment.
Now, and so when I come out in a hotel and try to pay, but then I all had $50 because in Korea was so poor. Each person go out the country, you have a passport and $50, and that's it. Nothing else. So and I could not pay more than $50, and because that's what it is. And so I couldn't speak in English, and I opened the luggage. The first t-shirts, I'm saying $6 is okay because I don't got money. No. What about my top? No. What about my shoes? No. Now they're getting mad. Then one guy said, I guess it was a manager or something, and come out that they're talking to each other and, just saying like, you lousy foreigners and get out of here. So I put in everything, came out. From there on, I was Golden Gate Park, sleeping there. But round about 11, 12, they give the water, so you cannot hide the bushes anymore. The lawns is no. You have to have a street. You have to stay. So make sure you don't get wet and your luggage. That's what it was. And then sleeping in a Golden Gate Park and training. And if I'm hungry, I drink with the water for the full stomach. Then I do remember one time, it was, and I was crying because I saw it in the garbage. Spoiled, rotten hot dogs. I look, I turn around. Then all of a sudden, this hand, reaching in, put it on my mouth. I'm biting wood and the spoil and on hot dogs. I knew. I was crying. Kept crying, and I go on. But I did it all. Then I got sick. I was laid down, hiding in Golden Gate Park and sleeping in waters and all that. I couldn't get out. Soaking wet and through the whole thing, shiverings and coughing and everything. I thought that I'm going to die. So I lay down, look at sky. I saw many stars. But I'm going to be gone. So useless. Come to America. Die like that. Then I become crying baby again. And I cry and I cry and I cry. Then just somehow 4 or 5 days later, was okay, drinking water was okay. I could not imagining in myself, and here's a guy who's born handicapped, retarded, fight all the way to becoming a world champ and famous in Korea. Now come to America, nobody knows I'm dying. It was really hurt in time. So, and I didn't die. I want to kill myself. Too shame to go back to Korea. Because then I tell them everyone I'm going to be very successful in America. And you guys watch me. It's too shame to go back. But I don't know how I can survive. No money, no place to go, no friends, and nothing. I thought about jump front of the car so they kill me. And then I thought about that, use a belt to tighten them up in trees and hanging myself. I thought about I'm going to jump down to the Golden Gate Bridge. Most easiest thing I can do, jump down a Golden Gate Bridge. Or other one is too much work. So then I said to myself, I'm going to die tomorrow. When Golden Gate the Park, people come through the way, sandwiches and all that in the bag. So I am digging up in the garbage now. And then I saw that they give pigeons that food and I take, I live like that. But I have to find a way. Find a way to live.
Wow, that's deep. Wow.
Is it deep?
It's good. Thank you for sharing that. So fast forwarding, Master Yu. So I would love for you to take us to that moment. So you started competing, right?
Right.
And take us back to that time, that competition you were in, that lesson came up again for Master Yu, that experience that you had, that gentleman that hit you with the
okay.
chair over the head, and I'll let you share the rest.
Right.
And then how that was a turning point for you, what happened after that.
And I'm not a loser. I work hard. And I had a job. I go to schools in Berkeley. It's another dark and deep side, but then I want you to understand that, and I'm sure people can relate to that too.
Yeah.
Because when I came in this country for the UC Berkeley, I was a university in Korea. I was a number 1 student, A, except in English. Why? I want to be in Korean, I want to be good students. So studying English is my secondary thing. I got kicked out, went to Berkeley High. And at Berkeley High, same thing. I got kicked out. My level of English is less than maybe kindergarten.
How old were you at this point?
I think there was like 36. So what happened basically, they kicked out. I need I-20 forms and a student visa. That was it. Now, they sent me a deportation letter. Get out of the country. So I went to Sacramento. Cal State Sacramento accepted me as a student. So and I got 120 visa. It's 6 months. Then I got kicked out again. I went adult language school. But the language school, you don't have student visa. That's also known adult language school. That moment in time, I have to make up my mind. What the hell are you going to do? So I was bored in my head. Take it out button. Put it on my mouth. No talking, steady. People ask me, what nationality are you? I said, I'm Chinese. I don't even speak in Chinese. So, mouth and inside, buttons. That was it. Bite my tongue. I study hard. I went back and Cal State University. Cal State University to go back to Berkeley High. And at Berkeley High to UC Berkeley, I graduate that school.
Wow, congratulations. Wow.
And time and student visa, you cannot work. In daytime and evening time, you get caught, you're done. I had $150 in that 3220 to Adeline, that street, and I had a studio. I teach 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 3 classes. I was sleeping in the dressing room. My kitchen was a bathroom. Then work until 9 o'clock, and at 10 o'clock, I work Dennis restaurant, dishwashing, until 6. From there to walk all the way to UC Berkeley, hour 40 minutes. Go to school 8:40 in the morning until 2:30.
Wow.
Then I walk back in the studio, I teach. I accomplished a lot. I did a lot of work and I did a lot of things, and in martial arts. And I still teach and I still do and all that. But the bottom line is this. That born handicapped retarded kid. Nickname, crying baby. Ugly boy.
Wow.
Why? I didn't quit. So if I can do that, you guys can do a lot better. You know, I had only $50 in my pocket to start in America. And in 60 years, I used only $50 to lead them this far. So I think, and I did okay.
Master Yu, I really want to thank you so much
You're welcome.
for such deep, insightful, amazing story. Well, Master Yu, thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's been an honor.
Thank you.
This is actually his book, you guys. It's called Inside You, How to Become a Master of Your Own Destiny.